There was a new Minecraft snapshot, 24W45A. I don't know when it came out, but I'm kind of late to this because I've been busy. So what we're going to do in this video is go through all the stuff in the snapshot, all the changes, or most of them, go through the change notes, and see what we find new. I bet you by the time I post this video, we'll be on 24W47A because it happens every single time. Anyways, we're going to go through all the stuff in the latest snapshot. So we're in the snapshot 24W45A. And one thing I want to look at is, let's see, yeah, we're in 24W45A. Anyway, what I want to look at is see if we got any new items, because it always bugged me how we didn't get a drop for the creaking upon when you killed it. But I think in this snapshot they did. So let's see if they did. And then, oh, we need the wood too. Oh, pale, there we go. We need the wood to spawn the creaking. And we're gonna have to take it off peaceful for this to work. So that's the creaking heart. And then we're gonna do that. And we're gonna slash time set night. Okay, there's the creaking. Now let's see if it drops. And also what I'm gonna do is slash effect to give night vision so we can see it better. So we're gonna do a night vision. And then we'll make it infinite so we can see. And now let's see. Okay, I don't think it dropped anything. Okay, it doesn't seem to drop anything. Yikes. I do wonder though, can you use any wood set to spawn this, or does it just have to be pale? Like, here, we'll get rid of it like that. So you go away, thank you. And then, interesting. So it must only have to be, yeah, it can only be pale. Okay. So it can only be the pale oak wood set. That's interesting. But I think they, like, what is, let's see. I don't think they added a new thing. I don't know what they could have added, to be honest. I can't even type. Anyway, I don't think they added a drop for the creaking in this snapshot, but they could have probably mentioned it in the change notes. Other than that, there's really not much here. We're going to pull up the change notes and go through them. So I have the change notes pulled up here, and this is everything that must have came in 24W45A. And it says, with the spooky season behind us, we are now entering November with the release of Snapshot 24W45A. This update comes with a bunch of bug fixes, which is always a good thing. Changes to how mobs interact with the equipable items on the ground, improvements to item models by adding more functionality, and much more. It's a hefty update for resource packs. Enjoy. And there's really a ton of fixes here. Like, there's so many changes. Like, skeleton variants all prefer bows now. Piglins and pillagers now prefer crossbows, and now drowns prefer tridents. So, depending on the mob and what weapon they use, they'll prefer to use that weapon. Eye blossoms. Bees don't interact with closed eye blossoms. That's interesting. Bees don't get poisoned when they touch closed eye blossoms. Bees will not be tempted by closed eye blossoms. Is that what they added? Is that new? I need to go check this really quick. So I loaded back into the snapshot world to see if it's true, and I wonder if it'll be like what they said. There's a bunch of new. Okay, so we have the oh my gosh, let me get rid of this. We have, so I'm back in the change notes, and there is indeed there. I went back in the game and checked, and then came back to the change notes. The eye blossoms are 2 new flowers they added, and there's also some stuff related to the creaking, which is kind of fun. So it says an activated creaking will not move if a survival or adventure player is looking at it, which is basically the opposite function to an Enderman, where if you look at the Enderman, it'll attack you. This is the opposite for the creaking. And then it says creaking will also have full knockback resistance in that state. So that means we won't be able to knock it away from us. This has to be not true. I hope it's not true. Because that's just going to make it so much harder. You're telling me that if we have a sword with knockback 2 on it, and so say we put knockback 2 or level 1 on a weapon, and we try and hit the creaking, it won't get knocked away from us? Ugh, that just makes it so much harder. And then we also got a new brick variant, which is interesting, but also at the same time I'm not surprised, because it's impossible to go through everything in these snapshots in detail. So I'm going to pull up the game again just so we can see the new variant, and we'll be right back after we test it. So I'm back in the snapshot world for the 3rd time, and hopefully the last time, to be honest, because I really don't want to miss anything else. So there's a new brick variant, which should be kind of interesting. Let's see. Oh, okay, we do have a bunch of new blocks. Interesting. So we only have all of these. Let's see what they look like. There's so many mobs. Oh. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting these types of bricks forever. Oh, that's a nice pattern on it too. Interesting. So these are the new blocks. Oh my gosh. And this is all coming, like the creaking, these new blocks, the eye blossoms, and all the changes in the change notes will be coming in the winter drop, which a couple months ago they announced game drops, which are basically like mini updates to where you don't have to have a full update that takes months. You can just have a drop, and then people don't have to wait a super long time when they update their games, which is nice. So these are all coming in the winter drop, which probably will come out at the end of this month or the beginning of December, or maybe the middle of December. But I am obsessed with these new bricks. I'm going to use these all the time. Well, maybe not all of the time, but in certain like build circumstances where like this kind of orangey, red, yellowish toned brick is needed. That's so cool. Anyways, I'm going to go back to the change notes for hopefully the last time. But just in case, I will update you if I miss anything. I'll put a pinned comment in the comment section. So I'm going to go back to the change notes really quick, and we'll wrap up the video. So we're back in the change notes. So we have covered the new brick, the creaking, the blossoms, the preferred weapons. And a bunch of this is just really related to stuff that I have no idea. So these are just stuff that are out of my expertise. These are like more technical changes, but it is a lot of fixes, which is nice. And it just keeps going. Oh my gosh. Is there anything else that we can cover? It says, oh my gosh. Okay, a lot of these are just like minor fixes that are more on the technical side of things. And then these are all the bug fixes. It says, ooh, fall damage is ignored for a couple of seconds when reloading into a LAN or single player world. So like if you're dying if you fell off a ledge and you're falling right before you hit the ground, you could exit out of your game, load back in, and you wouldn't take any fall damage. I think that's what this is. And then it says, sprinting is canceled upon receiving the blindness effect. So you're telling me if I'm sprinting away from the warden and I have the blindness effect given to me, it'll stop me from sprinting? That's kind of annoying. I don't agree with that one. And then what else do we have here? It says, most mobs with can pick up loot prefer swords over axes and will downgrade their weapon. So, interesting. And then it says, there was an issue with heads and skulls not rendering when held by an Enderman or as a block display entity. I never knew about that one because I've never encountered it. Like, that's the thing with these. With these bug fixes, we're all going to encounter different things. And then there was an issue with the, oh, I can't get the highlight to go away. There we go. There was an issue with the spyglasses not having associated textures with their particles. And then it says sprinting doesn't get canceled upon riding entities, which is so nice. And then a bunch of other bug fixes, but I'll link this down below in the description for you guys to read. And that's it for Snapshot 24W45A. Overall, the snapshot wasn't that big. There were a few changes that I liked, like the addition of the closed eye blossom and the open eye blossom, the 2 new flowers. Those are pretty cool. The new bricks they added are amazing. I'm going to probably use them for certain circumstances where I need a yellowish, orangey red toned brick, but like I don't want to use the red nether brick or the dark nether brick or anything. It's like a nice in-between. Overall, you'll have to let me know in the comments below what you think of this snapshot. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you in between, on the fence? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure you guys are subscribed and have notifications on so you don't miss when I upload a video. And later tonight, we're going to be going live on Twitch playing some Minecraft, so I'll link it down below. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Overall, the snapshot wasn't that big, which I was expecting. I didn't expect it to be a huge one of like major new features or mobs or a ton of new additional blocks added, but it was a pretty small sized one, which is okay. It's better than nothing. It's just probably on the smaller side in terms of snapshot size.